The celebration of life is something we're developing at the moment. It comes from an idea about having a living funeral. Having a funeral when somebody is still alive as opposed to when they've died. It comes from my experience of doing funerals over the past 30 years. I'm ordained in the Anglican Church and I've done funerals and bereavement care for a number of years. And one of the things that always struck me was that at funerals, people would do fantastic tributes about the person who's died. And at the do afterwards, I would quite often ask them, did you ever say those lovely words to the person who's died? And quite often the person would say, no, I've never told that person. Well, it's a fairly new thing, so we are discovering all this as we go along. People still have had celebrations of life, living funeral, but they've also had a funeral after they've died. I think, traditionally people felt there was only one way of doing it, but I think there's far more ways we can use today to mark the end of life. I think it's an opportunity of marking the end of your life and giving closure to your life. It's an opportunity to say thank you to those around you for being part of my life. It also gives those who are supporting the person who's dying an opportunity to say things that are really important, like, I forgive you, will you forgive me, I love you, thank you. Those sorts of things. Now we know that those are the things that matter most at the end of life, but there's not always the opportunity to say those things. Well, it can be all sorts of things. It depends on the person. And they can design whatever they would like. So music might be part of it. There might be poetry or a reading. There might be opportunities for a sort of tribute to be given. Both ways, really. I think the person who's dying might want to say things to their relatives, to say, go on living, enjoy your life. Do grieve for me when I die eventually, but don't let that hamper the way you then go on to live.